to gravitate towards you. It's going to shock you.
Well, I'll tell you what else they have. Stuart,
Oh,
could you bring Sophie over?
oh yeah.
Sophie. I was saving Sophie. I was saving.
All right.
Do you want to save it?
No. So not only do people want to interview Andy, but Andy travels with Sophie the trophy.
Okay. Beautiful. Very well done.
The most famous trophy in all of sports. Sophie the trophy. Sophie the trophy.
Yeah, so Sophie comes with me, so I get a lot of attention just by having Sophie the trophy. Yeah.
And so when you say you have Sophie the trophy, people at first, if they don't know, they think, oh my gosh, he's got the trophy. How did you get Sophie made? Take us through the whole story.
So Sophie is on her 5th World Cup now. When I went to South Africa,
18.
yeah, I found a company in China that was making replica trophies, and they made Sophie the trophy for me, and she's been traveling with me ever since.
What a outstanding conversational piece. Now, here's the thing. If Stuart's with him, they have to guard Sophie because people are trying to sneak Sophie and take Sophie away from him. Explain to them about how people will sometimes engage in conversations a little too friendly to try and get Sophie.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So if I'm chatting to people, they often come. Lots and lots and lots of people want to have a photograph with Sophie. So when we finished, if you want to photograph with Sophie, then you're very, very welcome. But lots of people do, and then somebody will be holding the trophy, and their accomplice will tap me on the shoulder and be talking to me and trying to get my attention. And when I turn back, they're already started walking off with the trophy. So it's quite a few times I've had to stop Sophie being kidnapped.
So is Stuart your security at this point in time for Sophie?
Yeah, he's my cameraman. And security, yeah.
Well, the tough part about being the cameraman is you're trying to you kind of can't do both because people are sticky fingers. I mean, you've been across the world, and you just already told us you were in Spain. They took your bag, they took your backpack. Lord knows they see this here. Everybody who's got sticky fingers is looking.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So yeah, I've got to keep carry a bag around, and when we're not talking to people and we're sitting down or whatever, she's hidden away.
Okay, so, and this is just me being very curious. Here in Texas and in most stadiums across the country, they have what they call the clear bag policy, where it's the plastic bag that you bring in, and a lot of times, and then of course they've got heavy metal, the one-thing metals. How do you get Sophie into games?
There's a procedure that you can write to the stadium beforehand. So you see things in there like England have got a band. So we've got a band that plays England tunes. So we've got a couple of trumpeters, we've got a big drum, and they will play their musical instruments, but you've got to apply for permission beforehand to get those into the stadium. So if you see somebody with something very large and they are performing, they almost certainly will have had pre-written permission, and you have to do that months in advance.
So Sophie the trophy has got permission for the game tomorrow?
Yeah, she's got permission.
And all the way through?
The first 3 games, but after that, we don't know which games we're going to be going to. So we have to wait and see if England qualify and where they're going to be playing, and then you make that application afterwards. So
tomorrow is going to be England and Croatia here in Arlington. Now they're calling it Dallas Stadium, but those of us that live here know it as AT&T Stadium, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. But when FIFA comes in, FIFA gets to dictate what's the name of the stadium. Because if you want to have the game, you've got to play by FIFA's rules, and no stadium in America, in North America, will host more World Cup games than Dallas Stadium here. So what type of atmosphere are you expecting for England-Croatia tomorrow?
England fans are really passionate, and there will surely be about 5 times the number of England fans for every Croatian fan that's there in the stadium. You've got a roof on the stadium, haven't you? And that keeps the atmosphere in there. So I'm really looking forward to to a buzzing atmosphere. England are famous for their chants, for their singing. We like a sing along.
So the atmosphere for the Netherlands and Japan on Sunday was electric, and they had over 70,000 people at the stadium here. And most people said, come Monday, they said that was the best game of the tournament so far here. So the ability for, or I should say that the pressure almost for England and Croatia to try and top that is going to be there, because obviously you have hung out with the Netherlands fans before. You did at the Brazilian, was it the Brazilian World Cup final with Spain and the Netherlands?
The South Africa
2018 in 2018. So you know that fan base over there. They had the orange bus and they were great.
Yeah, they're crazy. It's really good. So they always create a great atmosphere. England will create a great atmosphere. But the other thing that helped was the match itself was a cracker, wasn't it? It was a 2-2 draw, and either team could have won. It was a really entertaining game, that one. So I'm hoping that England are going to absolutely smash it 3-0 or whatever, and then we'll be rocking.
Did you go to the Netherlands?
We went to the Texas Live and watched it with the fans who didn't have tickets. There were thousands and thousands there.
That's another place that's hopping. So when the Dallas Cowboys play, a lot of fans love to go over there and watch football there. So you got to go over there to watch the football game. It is a very fun atmosphere.
Yeah, it's great. It's huge as well. There's all sorts of bars and that. There's one massive screen there, isn't there?
So this is going to be your first journey into the stadium.
Yeah, this will be the first time I've been in. Yeah.
What do you expect?
It looks big. I'm really looking forward to it. Every World Cup is different, and they all have their own flavour, and you pick up that flavour from the TV, but more so when you get inside the stadium and you can see the pre-match build-up and the atmosphere that's there. So we've got very good seats for the first two games.
How did you get the tickets? Because we've heard a lot of people complaining about ticket prices. So how did you go about securing your tickets? And then how do you feel about the pricing? I know you like to go ahead and pre-plan these.
Yeah, I do a lot of planning for it. Well, in a nutshell, the pricing is astronomical. It's far too high. It's ruling out the working class, the regular fan base. But taking that aside, how did I get my tickets? Well, in England, we have what's called the English Supporters Travel Club. And every match that you go to, you get a cap. And the more caps that you have, the higher up the table that you are. And so if you have got a lot of caps, then you get priority for the tickets. So you are able to, get those. And then every 2 years, they shop off 2 years worth of caps. So I've got 4 years worth of caps now. It will go down to 2 years and it will build up before the Euros. So it rewards those fans who go a lot.
How many caps do you have?
I don't know exactly, but I'm very close to the top. So the total number of caps that you can have in a 4-year period, it doesn't exactly represent the matches completely. There are other ways you can get them, but it's about 60, and I'm on about 57.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm high up.
So for a Cowboy game, I always tell people for an NFL game, you want to get there 3 hours before. How early should fans come tomorrow to experience everything before England and Croatia play?
So it's funny because we're going to get there 3 hours before. I've got a lot of stuff with TV and radio beforehand. And one of the English newspapers is going to take me back to Stockyards, actually. We're going to go and have a Cowboys breakfast there, and they're going to film me doing that. And then they're going to take me to the stadium. But I've told them that they absolutely have to get me to the stadium at 3 o'clock. And then I'll be outside our entrance, and there are a few TV and newspapers that want to have a quick word with me outside. So I'll do about half an hour of talking of media, and then I'll head in, and then that's it. I'm on my own. I'm going to enjoy the match.
So how many interviews do you have lined up for now?
Sorry.
How many interviews do you have lined up for tomorrow? Media interviews.
I've got 4 concrete interviews lined up, and I've given this slot. I've said that I will be there for that half hour. So I don't know how many others are going to come along and have a very quick interview outside the ground.
Well, I'm asking now for myself, so our station can come and make sure we get some time for you tomorrow, because we
Sure.
must be able to show off Sophie the trophy.
Sure.
Because I mean, you're here in town, you are a guest, so it would only feel right if we had you on tomorrow in all the glory of England getting ready to take on Croatia.
Yeah, that'd be fine. That'd be great. Yeah.
So
I'm ready.
this is the opening game for England. Nervous, anxiety. What are fans feeling right now?
Excitement, nervous energy for sure. We just want to get it going. There are 12 groups, and each group has got 4 teams, and we're in the last group. We're in Group L. There are a couple of matches after us, but we're right down towards the end. So we've been watching everybody else. We just want to get going. When I get out on the pitch side, and the national anthem starts, and you know that kickoff is just 2 minutes away, it's just so incredibly exciting.
So the United States, obviously, if anybody had watched the opening game in Los Angeles, the United States against Paraguay did fantastic and did great. Everyone's excited. People are excited about the U.S. men. If England wins, where would your excitement level be, and how far do you think this team can go? Like, what would be satisfactory for you where you said, England did great because they got to this point?
England have got a great squad this year, and we've got a very good chance. This is potentially the hardest match in our group. So this is the one that we really, really want to win. If we draw or if we lose, then we're going to be up against it to top the group. But if we do top that group, then I think we can go a long way. It's more a case of if England go out, as long as they played well, as long as they've sort of represented themselves properly, then I'm happy.
So, Andy, for you and Stuart, obviously the dream would be England playing in the World Cup final up in New York, New Jersey. Who would you like them to play?
Okay, if you give me which team I like them to play now, then it will probably be Curacao, because they were spanked 7-1. So it'll be the easiest possible final. If you're asking me who I would like to beat in the final,
Yes.
It's got to be Argentina.
Messi.
Yeah, Argentina, Messi, yeah, we owe them one. They're always knocking us out of the World Cup, so we need to do that to them.
Take me back here and I love the chapter about South Africa, and the Big Hole Diamond.
Oh yeah,
that you ended up going to. So the Big Hole Diamond in South Africa, at one point in time, it produced 95% of the world's diamonds. And so when Andy's going to these countries here at the World Cup, he's traveling everywhere. And this was something that you wanted to see on your way to a match, but you saw the Big Hole Diamond mine.
Yeah, it's incredible. It was all dug by hand. I can't remember offhand how deep it was, but it's like this diamond rush in South Africa came, and people just gave up everything. They gave up their jobs. Some of them gave up their houses. Some of them gave up their wives. They gave up their marriages and just moved out there to mine diamonds. And some people were incredibly lucky and found a lot of diamonds and made more money than they could possibly imagine beforehand. But a lot of other people didn't. A lot of people died because it was a really dangerous place to be. This hundreds and hundreds of feet deep, this hole, and then they would just climb down with nothing but ladders to get down to the bottom.
And I can't imagine what the level of thievery was there too, because you're talking about some of the most precious mineral in the world. There was a diamond, and people wanted that thing and would do anything for it.
Yeah, well, there was the inspections to get out of the diamond mine by the owners of the company, and if people were caught smuggling diamonds out, then they were punished very, very severely. If you found a diamond, I guess you kept it quiet, until you're on the way out and you could get your reward, because he didn't want anybody taking that off you.
So Johannesburg, and the story you told there was very interesting about how you didn't want to stop at the red lights in Johannesburg. You called it, and there was an African stop there.
Yeah, so Johannesburg is a very dangerous city, and at night time people don't stop at the red traffic light. In fact, they don't call them traffic lights; they call them robots over there. So they don't stop at the red robot. But if you go through a red light, then the police can arrest you. So what they do is they drive slowly through, because if you stop at the red light, somebody might break into your car or steal stuff from you. So they drive through slowly and they hit the roof of the car as they're driving through basically to show to the police that they have seen there's a red light, but they're not going to stop because they don't want to be robbed.
So Johannesburg, South Africa, and I just marveled at the stories. I hadn't heard it before, but literally, you're afraid to stop because someone's going to run out and carjack you.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it's a real threat. And the people who I stayed with quite a few South Africans, that the houses have incredible security around them. It's probably the most dangerous place that I've ever been to, I think, Johannesburg.
And that was my next question. You've been to 9 World Cups in 9 different countries. Now this is your 10th here. So was Johannesburg the most dangerous place you've been?
Yeah, I think that, I'll definitely say that. It's the crime, and they don't have shops like this. All of the shops are inside shopping malls, and to get in there, you have to be searched. There's armed guards on the outside. So there's no just open shops that you can walk in.
Wow. And the dead man. The dead man. Tell the story of the dead man on the trip.
So there were 4 of us traveling. Steve is from South Africa, and we decided to go to Zimbabwe for a couple of days of safari. And as Steve had just forgotten his passport because he's in his home country, so he couldn't come out with us.
Hold on, I know they wanted some books. The kids had to go, I'm sorry. Okay, do they want their books? Okay. Yeah. We're gonna do the kids because they had to run.
Not a problem. Let's give the kids their books.
Okay, let's get
Let's give the kids the books.
Yeah, that's okay. All right.
No, let's get the kids the books. That's the more important thing. Kids with books is important.
Yeah.